Okay, very quickly, wanted to ask everybody here. Anybody here? Everybody here. Do you work out right now? Was there a time when you used to work out? Just give me your yeses, your whatever messages you want to give. Just post it on the chat as well. Um, yes, yes, okay. Are you still working out, or have you had a gap between working out and not working out? And that gap that has happened, why has that happened? Is there any reason? Is there an injury, or like a lower back thing, or a knee thing, or a foot thing, or you are not allowed to do cardio for any reason, or you've just completely lost the energy to push yourself with it? I'm asking you these questions because they're already yes for me. Okay, for sure. For sure, for sure. And I can see, yeah, can't do weights. I haven't worked out in a year because I lost the drive. Donna, hello. Twin sister on this for sure. Low energy, started yoga, wasn't working out for 5 years due to muscle tear. So not now, says Radha. Samina says walking, but for 20 minutes. I've had knee surgery recently. Suzanne says turmoil in my life. Okay. I just asked one question with the workout because, well, we are here on the Perfect Weight New Body call. There's, I had lots more to ask you, but I think I'm already getting a sense of something here. All right. Neetu also says, so I'm enjoying yoga and meditation and walk in nature. So I'm very happy. Very happy for you, Neetu. And Kulfi says, can't work out with lung problems, so needed this. Absolutely. And you know what? There's this quote, okay, by Jillian Michaels, which says, where she says, it's not about perfect, it's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. And I agree because I get it. I understand it, especially because I see two key words here: effort and transformation. But how about we create a new set of keywords for us: effortless effort and transformation. And before the wheels of doubt start turning with, is that really possible? Hear this out. So Gwen said, today I was able to button a pair of pants that I usually leave unbuttoned. And I didn't even realize it for a couple of hours because I am slimmer and trimmer. Geeta said, feeling slimmer, and I'm sure that by the end of the month, I will be leaner. Already shopped for clothes one size smaller. Samina said, no reduction in weight as yet, but my trousers and tops fit better. And Cassandra said, I have dropped 10 pounds so far, and all my clothes fit looser. My skinny jeans almost fit comfortably. So, amongst many reasons, if you want to know the two biggest reasons behind stubborn weight gain, understand the significance of perimenopausal and the menopausal weight gain, stop that deadly sentence, which is keeping the weight on, and get to work out without lifting a weight. Basically, if you're looking for transformation with effortless effort, then you know that you are at the right place at the right time with the Perfect Weight New Body call with none other than moon worker, pain exterminator, retrograde specialist, clearing expert, owner, creator, and share of Saturn's decrees, the fabulous Nidhu B. Kapoor. Hi, Nidhu.
Yellows! Hi, everybody. And Neelu, you mentioned all of these people. We have to have a special mention for Dr. Radha. I've seen Dr. Radha after a long time, and I can tell she's looking half her size. And she posted on the group as well that she went shopping and XL was loose and large was loose and medium was easy.
Oh,
so she's
cool.
shared weight and she has shared sizes. How amazing she's looking. Radha's face has become lean. She's become so much leaner. And there's the thing that Radha was doing this month, and that was with the mudra, and that was with the decrease. And kudos to your commitment, Dr. Radha. You have done the work, the results show for all of us. And lots of other things. Cassandra's 10 pounds. It's amazing.
That's a lot.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, it's Iceland being able to make organic, healthier choices, reaching for the veggies and the fruits instead of something else. So lots take place when you start using the decrees. And of course, this fabulous mudra. But before anything else, my darlings, please let us take a moment to center ourselves. So hands in Namaskara Mudra. Connect your feet to the ground, to Mother Earth. Connect your mind to your higher self. Connect your heart to the divinity within. Connect your auric field to each other, to me, from me, to each other, to you. The prayer of transformation. I am willing, I am willing, I am willing. For those of y'all who know the Surya Mudra, please get into Surya Mudra. For those of y'all who don't know, bend your ring finger, cross it over with your thumb. The base of your ring finger touches the mound of the thumb. The other three fingers are straight. Keep your hands facing downward. And now, with your eyes closed, in the center of your lap, I would like you to see a big brown paper bag with a drawstring on top. In this paper bag, you are going to put all your expectations of yourself, your expectations from this call, your expectations from life. You are also going to put in all your limiting beliefs. You are also going to put in all the body judgments you have. You are also going to put in everything connected to these judgments: anger, shame, loathing, disgust, anxiety, all the stresses and negativities that you've been dealing with. Add them in as well. If your paper bag is growing bigger, let it grow bigger. Once you have a sense that all of it is put into this bag, I want you to close the drawstring on top. And then I want you to see divine wind. Take this paper bag from your lap, and you see this paper bag start flying out of the window towards wherever the blazing sun is right now. On the way to the sun, I want you to see this paper bag start catching flames. It's burning, it's burning, it's burning, and like a meteor, it's hurtling towards the sun. It enters the sun and is completely resolved and absorbed into the fire. But check, even if there's a speck, wait till even the speck completely burns out. Take your time.
Nidhu, while we wait for everybody to come back, just to remind you to please tell everybody about turbocharged slimming water.
When you're ready to return, please have some slimming water. And your slimming water is very simple. There will also be an audio that will be sent to you in your replay, but I'm going to quickly run you through it. So in the mouth of your glass of water, you're just going to say, yes, I am slimmer and trimmer now. Yes, I am slimmer and trimmer now. Yes, I am slimmer and trimmer now. Whatever is your perfect weight for you, just think of that and then give that instruction as well. Yes, I weigh dash dash now. So you will say that twice. And then at the side of the glass, whether it's your glass, whether it's a bottle, you're going to repeat it. Yes, I am slimmer and trimmer now. Yes, I am slimmer and trimmer now. Yes, I am slimmer and trimmer now. And over there, you're going to give the instruction again for your perfect weight. And once that is done, you're just going to shake it. And if you have a spoon, you can stir it as well. Have a sip. My water is so much cooler. For those of y'all who are completely new to this, even saying, yes, I am slimmer and trimmer now may have brought up a certain reaction. Because what you gave just now is a decree. And a decree is an affirmation on a steroid, which means it works like this. So for those of y'all who are completely new, having certain reactions, let Nidhu know. We will take care of you. Everybody else on the group will also take care of you. Now, was it easy to put things into the paper bag?
Nidhu, I was like plucking the labels off and putting in.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So
was it easy to do?
Yes, it was easy to do. And in fact, at one point, I almost felt like I was like, what's the word? Regurgitating? Is that the nicer word?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
yeah. So almost as if it was like wanted to come out. At one point, it was coming out from the mouth also.
Right.
So, and people have started writing in. And before that, Nidhu, a whole bunch of people have written, it's scrolled up that you're looking absolutely gorgeous. So
thank you.
That is there out for you.
Thank
you. Yes, Mangala says yes, just like peeling off. Kulpreet says easy, like dumping everything. And I'm just scrolling up again. I experienced yours as it was burning. Okay, I'm going to read that again. Kristen says there was doubt about whether it was really gone, disbelief about effectiveness. And Snelzer says easy to put, very hard to burn. Kay says I missed the beginning, but still feel lighter at the end.
Super, super, excellent. Now, I asked you to put everything into this, and then I asked you to let it go. And you didn't even have to let it go. There was this cosmic divine wind that came and picked this up and took it away. Now, imagine if I had said, lose your limiting beliefs, lose your stress, lose your judgments, lose your expectations. How would you have felt? Like, even as I'm saying it, like Radha is shaking her head. Like, no, man, no way. Like, something happens when I use the word lose, right? Okay. Now I'm going to give you an instruction and you're going to tell me how you feel. Okay. Now let us say that we want to shed, at least to begin with, we want to shed 2 kilos, 2 pounds. Yes? So I will say, lose 2 pounds, lose 2 kilos, lose 5 kilos, lose 5 pounds, lose 10 kilos, lose 10 pounds. What is the reaction?
I'm going to wait for others to respond over here, Nidhu, because Radha's already put the answer in. Radha's been doing this work with you for so long now. So I'm going to wait for others also to put it in. But Radha has said that lose means I'm expecting it back. Kristen says the reaction is how, And Nidhu says she's excited to work out. Jyoti says feel great, feel powered.
Fantastic. Super. We're having certain reactions to this word. Now tell me about the last time in your life that you lost something or someone.
And also just to say, Nidhu, that Vas has written not sure, and Nidhu has written ready to lose what I don't require.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And Mangala has also posted something which I'm going to wait before. Okay. And Katana says to lose someone means I miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah. To lose a thing means I think I need it.
Right. When you think you have lost, and in fact, on the Tele Summit call, we were talking about it. Neelu couldn't find her eyeliner. Neelu, what happened in that moment?
So at that moment, I was like, I'm going to be off video during this call now. And I in my head, I didn't even say it out loud. In my head, because it becomes a second nature. In my head, I gave the decree, and from verbally, Archangel Samuel's name came out. And even while saying it, I saw it right in front of me. But at that moment, there was, like I said, I might have cracked a joke about I'm not going to come, but there was a moment of panic. I said, "Where is my liner? I want it now. Now I want it now."
Yeah. Moment of panic, expecting it back. When was the last time you lost, let us say, a favorite pair of earrings? How did you feel?
Terrible. And in fact, Radha's written lost means it's stolen from me and needs to come back at double speed.
Yes.
And Vas says hoping, fearing once lost, it be regained. Kristen says heartbreak. Vas said laugh out loud. I'm guessing at the fact my video statement. I don't know. Nidhu says long time back, maybe don't remember. Radha says lost the debit card once, and like laugh out loud. So.
How did it make you feel when you lost your debit card, Radha? Horrible, right? Like something's taken from you. There's a sense of violation, there's a sense of not being able to trust, there's a little anger, there's a little anxiety, there's this irritation about what has to be done next to make up for what has been lost, right? The fact is that we hate to lose anything. We detest it. If we had our way, we would not lose a thing. We would keep everything and everyone close to our hearts. Right? Like, for example, right? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Right? All play and no work makes Jack a playboy. All loss and no gain makes Jack a
loser.
A loser. Which one of us, my darlings, is getting on a call to be a loser?
None of us.
None of us. And yet, in our heads is I want to lose weight. No, you don't want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. Please help me to lose weight. I have been praying to lose weight. I remember when the late, great Sri Devi, who has been this phenomenal legend in Indian cinema, she didn't know that she was pregnant. And she was in the middle of a movie. Like her shoots had already started. So she started making these rounds of temples. Like, because we will do anything, right, to get what we want. So she started making these rounds of temples. And I remember her article which said, and I was praying to God, please help me lose this weight. Please help me lose this weight. The word loss, my darlings, is one of life's biggest wounds. You never, ever want to use the word lose. What you want to say is shed. let go, release, drop, heal, because heal is another word for letting go. When we say the word lose, it's like Radha said, one, I'm expecting it back, and by God, it better come back double. What has happened when you have lost weight, my darlings? Please tell. How has it come back?
Double speed.
Double. Speed also double, amount also double. Right?
100%, yes.
Yeah, because we don't want to lose it. Unfortunately, in the last 100 years, maybe even 200 years, this word, lose weight has become such a part of our collective consciousness that it hasn't crossed anybody's mind that this is the most dangerous and deadliest sentence in the world if you are committed to your perfect weight, your new body. So everybody, my darlings, right hand up. Left hand facing earth, where earth is now your witness. So please repeat after me. I hereby solemnly promise.
I hereby solemnly promise.
Never to say.
Never to say.
I want to lose anything.
I want to lose anything.
And so it is, and so be it.
And so it is, and so be it.
Will everybody keep this in mind? For
Absolutely.
those who are going to be part of the September program, even by mistake, if you say this, my darlings, there will be a fine of 25 push-ups. Until you complete 25 push-ups, you cannot participate beyond that. You cannot say this sentence ever again. What do you want to say? I want to shed some weight. I want to feel lighter. I want to feel brighter. I want to feel healthier. I want to feel trimmer. I want to shed some weight. I want to drop some weight. I want to release some weight. I want to let go of some weight. I want to heal the fact that I have excess weight. So you're going to say it in a different way, because the fact is, my darlings, for a new body, the biggest change that you have to make is in the relationship you have with this new person, with this new creation. And to change a relationship, one, you have got to forego how you were thinking, feeling, and speaking about this relationship. To have a new body, you must have a new relationship. Second,
and that's kind of scary also, isn't it, Nidhu? I think after, when you're younger, and it's easy to make new relationships. I think as you get older, you tend to take your time before developing something or investing your time, effort, and energy into something new, because you have no idea where it's going to go. So the fact that you have to, I said, this is a big one. This is a toughie, and it's tough. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. No transformation ever is. And this is a quote attributed to God. I don't know who God said it to, but it's attributed to God, which is, I never said it would be easy. I only said it would be worth it. Right? And only you can decide whether your body is worth it. Because here's the second thing that takes a while to shift to. It is not you who keeps the body alive. It is the body that keeps us alive. And therefore, there is an intelligence in the body that overrides our intelligence based on two primary things. Number one is what I want to speak to you about right now. Number one is survival. The body's program is, come what may, I will survive. Whether this means that I have to play possum, which is roll over and play dead, whether it means I now have to suck up to a tyrant, whether it now means that I have to live my life without a limb, it doesn't matter. The desire to live another day drives the body. It is programmed for survival. Survival means I am safe to live another day. I am safe to take another breath. Whatever is going on in our lives, if we are not getting what we want, we are not safe with it. Or the body believes that we are not safe with it. And when we work with the weight and letting go of weight, because the second thing about the body is that it will do anything to keep us protected. So its one biggest job is survival. Its second biggest job is protection, so that we can survive. For all of us who've been through rubbish, who've been through nonsense, who've had a tendency to fall ill very often, or have accidents very often, or who cancelled, have had traumatizing childhoods. You've had parents who screamed a lot, or parents who were okay to raise their hands. I mean, I was working with somebody who couldn't figure out her weight gain because her parents weren't the ones who were being violent, until when I explained to her, she suddenly remembered and she said, oh my God, my grandfather's like that. And her grandfather lived with them till she was about 11 years old. And the grandfather was the kind of person who, if he didn't like if he sat down to a table and if he didn't like what was there, he would fling the plate. So it, violence can show up in many ways. If the body gauges threat, the body will do whatever it can in that moment to put distance between you and the threat. What is the best distance? Some cushioning. Maybe it is verbal assaults. Maybe it is like I was working with this person who's changing jobs, big job. Okay, he's going to be CEO of a big company. Like, it's a huge thing. And all he could keep remembering is his father say, my driver's son does better than you. Like, this boy, so sad, so sad. This boy failed a couple of times in his school, but the way that he's turned his life is incredible. He's barely reaching 40 and he's going to be CEO of a company. And the only thing going on in his head is, I'm so scared, I'm not sure I can do it, because all I can keep remembering is the fact that my father said, my driver's sons do better than you. Our driver's children do better than you. Where, again, as a child or even as an adult, because quite a few of us are in toxic relationships, are in unhealthy jobs, the body will do its best to make sure that there is a layer between you and the perpetuator. Safety, survival, protection. And now I'm going to give you the discovery statement for manifestation. For those of y'all who got my earlier call, I gave you 4 types of manifestation. Now I'm going to give you the discovery statement of manifestation, which means if you understand this, it will change the way you look at manifestation. And therefore, it will change the way that you manifest. Guaranteed, you will manifest better and you will manifest faster. Not that we don't already. All of us are constantly manifesting. But to be a manifesting master, you must understand the manifesting discovery principle. And we are going to apply that to our bodies today. And the discovery statement for that is, every change takes place at the speed of safety. Every change takes place at the speed of safety. If you are in an unhealthy relationship or environment, lots of garbage around you, neighbors shouting all the time, society members behaving like they own the rule, they rule the roost, or you are in a family where you are not heard, where you're not safe, where you're not understood, where there are constant power games and clashes and people fighting over who took my thing and who's going to get the property and the money. You are not in a safe environment, and which is not to say that you will not have results, but Because you are already not safe, your results will differ from somebody else who's in a safer environment. There are two environments. There's your external environment to which the body responds like this. And there is the internal environment to which the body also responds like this and like this. The best cushioning, the best protection is excess rolls of fat. Nothing is more comforting and reassuring for the body than layers of fat. There is always some fat because we need fat, my darlings. We need fat for sugar metabolism. We need fat for hormonal balance, by the way. For women who drastically shed weight or drastically put on weight, there is invariably something that will take place with their uterus, with their periods, with their fertility. You also require fat to see properly. Did you know this? Minuscule amount, but you need fat to see properly. There are lots of things that fat does in the body. Along with carbohydrates and proteins, it has a role to play. It's when it becomes extra and excess that we are now looking at something else going on. What is the manifestation discovery statement? Write it down for me.
Every change takes place at the speed of safety.
Every change takes place at the speed of safety. Let me tell you about a fat cell. I'm going to tell you this in lots more detail on the 17th call. We have another one coming up in September. We will do tons more. We will understand the science of fat cells, white fat cells, brown fat cells, beige fat cells, how these fat cells do, how we can activate the brown fat cell, which is the burning fat cell. The white fat cell just sits. And we all know this, right? We all know this sitting fat, especially if we have crossed into perimenopause or menopause, or as men, because men also have menopause, moved into the middle age spread. Suddenly the belly is flopping over. Suddenly the love handles are like unhandleable. All of us go through this. And what we want is to work on this layer. Okay? One of the best fat burners I have seen, and those of y'all who've spent a month with me have seen, is the Surya Mudra. It is an incredible fat burn. It's amazing. Yes, takes a little while. 30 minutes to 45 minutes in a day are required. You can do 15 minutes in a day, but 30 to 45 minutes is amazing. Some of us find it easier to do 15 minutes. A lot of us see maximum results in the hold for 30 minutes to 45 minutes. But there are also the decrees. So I'm going to give you one decree, and I'm going to say it 5 times. And my darlings, for those of you all who don't know what a decree is, just hear me out, just receive, just process. We'll understand the decrees as we go along. Okay? So the first thing that I want to say, and this is based on the biology of a fat cell, and I want you to see what reaction you have. Every time I do a set of a decree, you receive it while sitting, and then a couple of seconds later, I also want you to stand and check. And there's a reason for that, and I'll tell you. But let me give you the decree first. This one is, fat cells, you can safely shrink now. 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 And you can close your eyes and you can gauge what's happening in the body. Definitely have your slimming, trimming water. And then stand and check how you're feeling.
I got to tell you this, Nidhu. I think I somewhere started developing like a Pavlovian response to the decrees. Decrees aate saath saath, the yawn also starts building up only.
Correct. Correct.
And while everyone's checking, Nidhu, just getting you updated with a few of the comments that had a few few things that had been written in, which include, and so Suzanne said, I've been feeling like I started to put on a bit of weight again during the last days, and noticed that my mind is a lot on my ex-boyfriend during this time also. Think it has to do with each other. And then Jennifer asked, is that the marketing secret of the diet industry? I think with when you were talking about the word lose. So, and when you said the 25 push-ups, Vani said, yeah, as long as it's not 25 kgs, it's yeah. And Tia says, oh no, I just had a very bad injury to my left arm and leg from a fall yesterday. Pains, you can leave now. I'm guessing the oh no is because I don't want to do 25 push-ups. I've just been injured.
So, oh my darling, no, we're not going to. So you just have to make sure that you're never going to say this dangerous, deadly sentence ever again. Amrish, how was it for you? When you heard it while sitting, and I didn't make you repeat it. Remember, my darlings, you just heard it. The next round, we're going to say it as well and see what happens. Amrish, how did it make you feel? Could you sense anything while sitting? Could you, by the way, everybody, that is our handsome COO, and right now dressed fully for this call, but otherwise he is normally in his short sleeved t-shirt. So all of us get to glimpse his triceps and his biceps, which, by the way, are amazing. Amrish, go for it. How is it for you?
And I don't know if you noticed this, Nidhu. The minute it started, I started smiling. And the reason I was smiling is because I could suddenly feel the upper part of my abs and middle abs starting to shrink, as if they happen when you do a ab workout.
Right.
So I felt that. But this was only on the upper and the somewhat middle part of my abs. When I stood up, it felt all across. So right from the upper abs to the lower abs, I could feel that shrink even further. I mean, I didn't expect it to shrink even more because I'd already felt it. I didn't expect to feel anything more, but it somehow, I don't know how, it started shrinking even more. And not only in the upper and the middle abs, it also went to the lower abs.
Fantastic.
It's really nice.
Fantastic.
And Nidhu, Dr. Radha has written in, because I actually saw her get up also. Standing up, sides felt very shapely. Gayatri says, feeling all bursty and bubbly in my belly. Kedana says, fat cells, you can safely shrink now. My right ear started to feel stuffy. And Neelu says, not me, there's a Neelu on the call as well.
Okay.
That can feel some energy in the stomach. And somebody felt dizzy after, Kulpreet said felt dizzy, but after standing up was grounded. Neha says, I know and can see the exact sense when you suddenly gained weight when you went to hospital at age 19. Asha says, I feel like my sides are slimmer. And Dirkha says, felt a lot of energy vibrations around the entire body, and lots more have come in. Oja says, I almost felt the fat cells shrinking in my belly. I mean, I felt some energy movement in belly region. Nice. Neha says, vibration when sitting. When I stand, I felt my neck and head heavy. Yeah, butterflies in stomach for Revati, who I can see on video also here.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Lots of messages.
Yeah. You might think, I'm working on my fat cells. What is this going on in my head? Like, where's the fat cell in my head? Like, do I have a fat brain? Like, what's going on with my ear? So the thing is that you could also be releasing the energies around the word fat. So even if it's in the head, even if it's in the ear, by the way, when you have this in the ear, it's good to get a little bit of a checkup in the ears and the eyes, around the chest area. If you have a reaction, it's good to get a checkup. Now, y'all are going to say it 5 times. You're going to say, fat cells, you can safely shrink now. You're going to say it, acknowledge whatever shows up, stand up for a second, and then sit down again and tell me how you are.
Okay. Before I start saying it for myself, Nidhu, Suzanne's written, I didn't feel anything. Am I resisting it unconsciously?
Not to worry, my girl, because Suzanne said that, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So, Suzanne, have you been carrying a lot of extra weight for a long time? Because at the end of the day, when we start carrying so much padding, we also end up getting quite numb. So it's not to worry, it's still working.
And Taranjeet said, Nidhuji, I've got bronchitis and I'm always clearing my throat. Will you please give me some victory? Thanks a lot.
Yeah, sure. You say bronchitis, you can leave now.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, and you can also say bronchitis cancelled and removed. So you put a stop to it and you've gotten it out of body. How did it make you feel? How was it when you sat? How was it when you stood up?
Okay. Nita says, yawning, yawning, yawning.
Good, good.
I can feel, you know what, I didn't stand up. Let me stand up.
Wherever, see, the maximum amount of weight shows up in the torso, like from here to here, and the sides and the upper part of the thighs. Right? Very rarely does somebody says, please help me, I have such fat calves. It's normally in this particular section. So the maximum reaction will also take place in this particular section. So if there is dizziness after, Neelu, go ahead, but 1 second. If there is dizziness after standing, the fear of letting go is very high. When is the fear of letting go very high? When previous losses have not been resolved and letting go feels like a loss. When you were putting everything in the paper bag, did it feel like a loss? No, right?
Right.
But this, yeah, go ahead, Neelu.
People's responses are in. Dr. Radha says, needed to stand up and stretch, felt lighter as if something is released. I had a similar reaction. In fact, almost the same as this morning when I stood up. I stood up taller and like
nice.
You would have stuck your tummy in.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. And then Digga says more grounded. Jyotsna says, when I stood up, I felt like jogging around and I did a bit.
Fantastic.
And okay, I'm getting direct. Hi, I think is that Nita? Nita, when you post the message, see on top it says 2. Click on the everyone in meeting, because I'm basically checking that. Kulpreet says lower tummy pouch flattened a bit. Samina says felt dizzy after standing, and Amri says shrinking. With every round of saying it, the tummy felt like it kept going on.
What is shrinking, my darlings? Shrinking means the fat is burning, because in a fat cell, there's some amount of space and there's some amount of fat, like triglycerides, like lipids, like oil. It's exactly like oil in the body. When that shrinks, you can feel the contraction. So fat shrinker, but I'm going to give you the fat burner that's even more fat burning than this particular one. Is everybody ready?
Nidhu, very quickly, one response. Amy has said, I felt shrinking in the midsection. Then when stood up, my mid-back left side hurt both times. Second time, less so. Excellent.
As long as it's bearable, my darlings. Because you see, fat also helps us with posture. It helps us be a certain way. So if you're aligning yourself and no longer requiring the fat, where you're now going to start activating the muscle to take over, little pain from the muscle can show. And as long as it's bearable, it's all leaving. Let it all leave. Okay.
Sunita felt pukish. Vomit, like she feels like vomiting.
Have you been drinking enough water today? Because pukiness is usually, it's excess bath in the body, which is excess wind and excess fear. So again, the fear of letting go. And what is the fear of letting go? If you've dealt with a lot of losses in your life, you will want to hold everything tightly like this. Then the opening that happens when you're shedding weight or dropping weight starts feeling very frightening.
And Nita said stomach in the left inner thigh and little sleepy.
Close your eyes. Just receive this, okay? And this one, say with me. Yes, ready? Now I'm going to first of all give you 3 options. So you choose. Do you want to say extra fat? Do you want to say excess fat? Do you want to say rolls of fat? Do you want to say visceral fat?
All 4.
Choose the first one that came to your mind. You can do all 4, my darlings. Definitely. But right now, as we do it together, choose one. Choose whichever one you want.
Excess.
Let's go with excess. You're going to say excess fat, and we're going to do this 10 times. Excess fat.
Excess fat.
Replaced by.
Replaced by.
Safety and protection.
Safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection.
Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Finish fully receiving it, stand up. And then sit down again, have some water, check how you're doing. How was it for you when you were sitting? How are you when you are standing?
Okay, so Swati says felt breathless. Shruti is saying right hand hurting. And I'm thirsty.
Yes, must hydrate, my darlings, because it's very easy. You know, your fat is burning up right now. It's being burnt up right now. So there are calories being expended. There is energy being used. You must stay hydrated. You just went for like a 20-minute walk, brisk walk. Keep having water. Go ahead.
Okay, and there is Kulpreet says felt light and warm. Asha says no reaction. Shruti says also thirsty. Nidhu says feel like sleeping, so relaxed. Dr. Radha says did 2 jumping jacks and felt feet become lighter. Eternal Mind says yawning and heaviness in forehead. Kristen says grief is leaving the heart, heaviness in the knees. Kadena says, oh, that was good. I felt a shift in my energy like a boom in the body and release. And Revati says, felt lighter and a little wobbly when I stood. Dirga says, when I stood was nothing, feeling a bit tired.
Got
and
it.
Alexandra says, oh my God, this made me cry. I mean, I don't have that many excess fat cells, but they are so emotional, LOL. And Vandana is feeling dizzy.
And hold on to that. Everybody who's feeling dizzy, please have water. Please close your eyes. Please also hold your index finger on either side. Just gently hold it. Okay, the index finger is for fears. And dizziness is the fear of being out of control. When you can't control something, then it makes us feel very, very dizzy. Alex mentioned something very crucial, that it feels very emotional. Because when I said the manifesting discovery statement, every change takes place at the speed of safety. What do you think defines the speed of safety? How do you know your speed of safety?
How?
How? What is your speed of safety?
Okay, Dr. Radha says reaction to decrease.
Okay, good.
Kadena says alignment. Kristen says our emotions, how we feel. Feeling good in emotions says Preeti, and Sajid also says emotion.
Fantastic. Fantastic, because the speed of safety is directly proportionate to, is inversely proportionate to your emotional baggage. When you take a look at your roles of fat, excess fat, body, what crosses your mind? Do you go, oh, do you go, oh God, nothing fits me anymore? Like, what is this? Like, what is this? Like, I remember in, when I was in
all of the above.
Yeah, and I was working, and there was this, I forget her name, I think it was Anna. And Anna was tall and slender, okay? And Anna was like having a cigarette at lunchtime. And I just, while passing by, I was like, hey, you wanna join us? You wanna come in? And she was like, she held her roll of fat, like fat that I couldn't see, but obviously that she could feel, over her jeans. And she said, no, yeah, I can't come, look at this. So clearly, you know, it's the way we feel, right, about this. Now, you might think that that's you feeling what you are feeling about this particular roll of fat, or this fat area, or this fat. But what you're really feeling is what is in the fat. We know the purpose of the fat. The purpose of the fat is safety and protection. But what is in this? Apart from its crucial job of keeping us safe, of making us survive, of keeping us protected, the body is also the place where everything that has happened here goes and gets stored. So every thought we've had, that we've continuously thought, starts becoming denser with every thought. The more you think it, the bigger the neural paths, the wider the neural paths, the more the energy. The more the energy, the lesser the place for the energy to be, because this is the body. What will it do? This is space. In space, all these molecules are floating around. In liquid, molecules have lesser space. In gaseous, little more space. In solid, very less space, because that's what starts happening to our thoughts and feelings when we have not processed them, or we are doing the same thing over and over again, thinking the same thing over and over again, feeling the same thing over and over again. It's like going to the gym and only having leg day. What will happen? Legs will start, while the rest starts crumpling down, right? The same way, my darlings, because how our bodies behave, how Mother Nature behaves, that's how energies behave. So when you've had this energy going on for so long, it denses up. When it denses up, what a wonderful place to be stored in the middle of the adipose tissues. Lots of space, because the adipose tissue is like this. It's got the lipid inside, it's got a little space outside. When the next adipose tissue comes along, this is a little gap here. It's a wonderful place to keep storing all of this. Also very healthy for the body, because otherwise the organ starts storing it. Now, body has also put it out of the organ and put it in the visceral fat. Visceral fat is the fat around internal organs. And this is very important, because as we grow older, our skin starts thinning. Right? We can see it ourselves. Our forearm skin is thinning a little bit. Our calves are feeling, you can start seeing the veins more clearly because the skin is thinning. Forehead area is thinning. It also starts happening internally. So when the internal organ, skin, and covering layer is thinning out, it needs the protection of the fat to, first of all, keep it in place. You can't have your lung falling down. You can't have a prolapsed uterus. Can't have many, some of us do. Your intestines can start moving out of where they're supposed to be. So the fat keeps it in place. And the other thing is, it provides that layer of protection that the layer of the organ is not being able to provide. So your visceral fat has gone up. Now, glee for the organ. Liver is now throwing out anger into the fat. Kidney is throwing out fears into the fat. Bladder is throwing out insecurity into the fat, and everything that's surrounding this. All the things that we've heard. Maybe your parents said, you're looking so fat in that dress, or you've put on so much weight. Because when we say this particular sentence, you've put on so much weight, we say it with such judgment, right? We say it like it's the opposite of a compliment. We say it makes us feel bad, right? So the times that may have happened in our lives, All of this and that memory playing somewhere because it's now become part of our emotional baggage. Manifestation takes place at the speed of safety. The speed of safety is dependent on the amount of emotional baggage. The more the emotional baggage, the lesser the safety and slower the speed. What we want is to increase the safety and lower the emotional baggage. So I'm going to give you one word to do that. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, my darlings, there are a couple of fat burner MP3s that you're all going to get as well. There are a couple that are just going to come to you because you're on this call, you're on my mailing list, you're going to receive the replay. So there are a couple of fat burners that are coming anyway, including a couple that we've done on this call. But this particular one is also one of them. You've just got to try this. Okay. Please hydrate lots. For those of y'all who are having dizziness, giddiness, head is feeling heavy, please don't repeat this. You can hear it. In fact, if you want to sit a little distance so that you're hearing it in the distance, it may make a difference as well. So, emotional baggage dissolved. 9 more times. Emotional baggage dissolved. 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 Take your time, have water. Remember to stand and check after that.
I'm telling you right away, that was a really nice one, but also, emotional one.
Yeah, they will be, my darlings, because this is what we are carrying. The reason we are carrying it is because it hasn't been processed. The reason we are carrying it is because we don't know how to let it go. The reason we are carrying it is because we don't know how to shed it. We don't know how to drop it. We don't know how to heal it. The reason we are carrying it is because it just seems easier to hold on than to lose. All our wounds around loss, if they have not been resolved, they too increase the emotional baggage. All stored and unexpressed fears make a difference in the body, whether it's a family of anger, whether it's the family of fear, whether it's the family of guilt, blame, shame, whether it's the family of grief, whether it's the family of judgment. All of them are there, but the biggest of them is loss and the fears that come with it. Right? The moment you have somebody who says, I am trying this, I am on this diet, I am going to this gym, I even brought one home cycle up. In fact, all I do the whole day is just either I'm making sure I'm on the diet or I'm making sure I'm on the cycle. And nothing is happening. Nothing is happening is another deadly sentence, but not relevant to today's call, so it's okay. But it means only that there is so much fear of loss, of the losing, that you can't let it go. Okay? So next, before I give you my next fat burner, little ease over here, it is losses resolved. 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 And now check how you feel when you give the next fat burner. Choose extra fat, excess fat, visceral fat, rolls of fat.
You can do the same again, or we're choosing a separate one again?
Same again or a separate one?
Okay, and lots of responses coming in, Nidhu. So let me know when you want to hear them.
Immediately after this fat burner.
Okay.
Okay.
Rolls of fat this time for me.
Let us go with rolls of fat. Now, rolls of fat, what I'm going to say right now is physically impossible. And for those of you all who are nerds and geeks and scientists and doctors, you will know that it's physically impossible. But my darlings, it still works. So just say it. Remember, you put all your judgments and expectations and limiting beliefs in that paper bag. Quickly, if you need to do it again, draw that string, throw it out of the window, let it go towards the sun. Okay? Ready? Okay. Rolls of fat replaced by lean muscle. 9 times. Rolls of fat replaced by lean muscle. 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 How did it make you feel? Can you feel the depth now at which it is working? It's a little deeper, right? Like this was the layer of fat, subcutaneous fat, like right below the skin. You felt something there. Did you not feel this deeper? Like below the subcutaneous, like almost the visceral fat, like closer to the organ, not completely close to the organ. We never want to go there, remember? The body has an intelligence that we never want to interfere with. We just want to do what we can to the best of our abilities. How do you feel? Please stand up. Stretch if you need to. Check how your tummy is. Check how your thighs are. Check how your bum is. Check how your love handles are. For good measure, check your bicep and tricep also.
With the previous one, Nidhu, I had also felt a contraction, like a tightening of the stomach, like tightening as in, like a reduction. But when I got up and I said, okay, it feels like it's already gone down. Mirror will show different reality, but so that is the only.
One day at a time, one step at a time. All of us will meet at the peak of Mount Everest. It's all good.
Yes. And
go ahead.
sorry,
Mom. Tell me how it is doing.
Should I give everybody's
Yes.
responses? Okay, this is starting from, also probably covers the previous one as well. And okay, sorry, I think I scrolled up a lot. Okay, hang on.
And I saw Dr. Radha's comment. I have to say it. And she says, "Dekho, mere muscle body was telling." So cool. And what that means is that the body is saying, look at my muscles. Like how cool, right? How cool. And in fact, one of the reasons why I wanted Amrish to be here, and for those of you all as well who do work out, who are already dedicated to your yoga, to your gym, to your Zumba, I wanted to hear from somebody who also has a fitness program going on anyway. Amrish, how was it for you?
All of them have had some response in the body. Most of them have been working on the abs, so I feel the abs shrinking in and all that. Especially when I stand up, then the entire torso feels like it's right after a workout. Like you feel tight and everything's gone in, and all the muscles are in place and the fat's gone and all that. Some of them, especially the emotional one, I can't remember the statement, but the emotional baggage I think is releasing. So
emotional baggage dissolved.
The emotional, thank you, Nidhu. Emotional baggage is also there. I started feeling something melting from here and on the sides of my rib cage, the sides of my torso. So they've all felt, I felt something or the other moving, shifting, dissolving it. And
are you going to add it to your workout routine?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Everybody else who said they're walking, they're doing something, they're doing their yoga. Dr. Radha loves her jumping jacks, and she was very happy to do the 25 push-ups as well. She was like, bring it on. Are you going to add this? Can you see the difference it's making? And by the way, by now, my darlings, you must have built up on a fine film of sweat. Either there is, and everybody knows this, right? Men sweat, women glow. So all of us should be glowing right now. Amrish is sweating. And if there are any other men in the house, y'all are sweating, please do. We are glowing.
In fact, Nidhu, I'm glad Amrish gave his responses to the decrease, because with the replaced by lean muscle, I've said this before. I said Amrish's muscles will get confused. They'll say, we're already lean. What you want your replacement? Are you looking for?
Yeah, we were teasing him earlier. Correct. But can you see Nilu's cheeks glowing? Somebody else show me theirs. I can see but Kulpreet is always glowing now. Are you feeling like little more glowing? Radha is also, Radha, always glowing. How is everybody else doing? Nehal, I can see Nehal's glow has to happen. Right, Nehal? Yeah. That there is a buildup of the heat in the body. I've asked you all to stand up. I haven't even stood up, but I can feel like it's beginning to feel like I have been walking around for at least 30 to 45 minutes. Right? You have this build up. Like Nilu and I don't sweat very easily. But Nilu, how are your levels of sweat? Building up?
I'm sitting in the AC right now. So actually, not. But then you know that about me. I'm a non-AC person, and when I work out, also it's in a non-AC environment. Yeah. I sweat comfortably there. But if I'm sitting in the AC, it's highly unlikely. However, I must say this, that even though there's nothing like popping on my face, I can feel a certain sweat build up. That's very slow, but yeah,
because the heat build up is taking place. Because when you start burning fat, you actually start getting a little more energized, right? Dr. Radha, you wanted to do a jumping jack. Somebody else wanted to like skip a little bit, walk. You start getting energized. Which is
Nidhu, Mangala has done 5 planks also while saying the decrease.
I love it. Mangala, you have to send us a video. This is amazing. You have to send us a video. We're going to put it up everywhere. You know, and by the way, in the middle of a session or even in the middle of your workout, even if you just say this, replaced by lean muscle, you will see that your body starts moving cohesively like this fine oiled machine. It is incredible. I use all kinds of decrees in yoga class, and I've actually not been regular and in the middle for some years. In fact, I didn't go. So when I started going to yoga again, oh my God, you know, and even though I know the teacher, you know, it's all online and she can see that I'm muttering something, but gosh, the decrees helped me get back on track. And then, of course, after that, there were lots of other things that showed up around perimenopausal weight gain, menopausal weight gain. And of course, we'll do a lot of that in detail, but everything I've said today is applicable to perimenopause and menopausal weight gain as well. The same rules. Number 1, safety. Manifestation takes place, every change takes place at the speed of safety. The speed of safety is dependent on
your emotion,
your emotional baggage. Depending on how that is. But so far, my darlings, now that we've come this far, who's on for September?
All fingers, all hands. If I could, I'd put the feet up as well.
So September.
Me.
Awesome. Some more me's. Give me some more me's. Let us be me minions. Minions. Awesome. You got to come on for September, my darlings, because this is how simple it is. In September, we will go through the standard decree. And the standard decree is to build up the safety muscle in the body. Continuously working every day to feel a little safe. We'll have the fat burner, number 1. Then we will have the fat burner, number 2. And I'm going to give you fat burner, number 2. We're going to have the fat burner mudra, which is this. But we're going to complement this with another body hold, the Regenerator. And Radha may remember this from a long time back. And let me tell you why. Okay, now this is going to look like a very crude version of our bodies and our fat, but right, so this is what happens, right? So you want to work on this, right? You want to put it in, right? But you also want to make sure that the sides are going in as well, right? Ye to chahiye. But this also we want. So for that, so one day we will do Surya Mudra, dedicatedly 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And the other day, we will sit with our hands on our bum. You can sit with your hands on your bum like this or like this. Now, hands under the bum can be sat on for about 10 minutes. But if you can do a little longer, do a little longer. Don't punish yourself. Don't wait till your hands go numb. Do it right now. So 10 minutes, we're going to chat with our hands under our bum. Now, when I say bum, yeah.
Every time you're saying that, and you've gotten yourself into position also, I'm only remembering the day that all three boys were together.
Yeah.
And we made them sit on the sofa with their hands under the...
So I wanted this photograph for a program that I was doing. I think it was on FHTJ.
Yes,
and we were in Kolkata together at that time, and all our boys were together, Nilu's two sons, my one son. I made them sit on the sofa. So there is this lovely photo. Nilu, if you find it, please, we must.
It's there, I'll find it.
Photo. All of them so studiously, so quietly, so nicely, sitting with their hands under their bum. We made them do a couple of other body holds as well. And this body hold, by the way, fantastic for concentration, focus, and safety and protection, because this body hold works on the bladder. You know, when you have fear.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Nidhu, I just coming in. Is it okay to use just one hand? Because as of right now, without really wanting to show a finger, so can't put pressure on it right now. Yes. So is the one hand okay? No, and I have to do both. I just wanted to ask that. And also, since you've just mentioned bladder, I got to say this: the amount of water we've been drinking, you need to give all of us at some point a loo break.
Please go ahead. Please go ahead. Although if you sit with your hands under your bum, your desire to go to the washroom will lessen. And then when you let it go, you'll want to go. But Nilu, carry on if you want to take a washroom break. Go ahead, ma. Anybody else, please go ahead. Because what I was going to say was, you know, bloating. So bloating is a direct response, of course, biologically to imbalances of sugar, salt, sodium, potassium, magnesium, zinc, but also it is a direct response to fear. You've seen the puffer fish? You know the puffer fish? So sorry, I'm going to go. You know what I did with this? Like, no, the puffer fish becomes like this. Okay, and that's what the body becomes. In fear, in anxiety, in insecurity, in overwhelm, especially if these are continuous emotions for us, the body has a tendency to swell. When you do this, the body calms down. And I have seen that the Regenerator, and it's called the Regenerator, technically from Jinshin Jitsu, Japanese body of work, it's known as Safety Energy Lock 25, but just remember it as the Regenerator. I have seen that it has a way of bringing this soothing calm into the body. So where the Surya Mudra works on this, the Regenerator works on this. And in September, we want to do one day of this and one day of this. One day we are bringing it in, and you know how it is, right? How wonderful. We've shed so much fat. So like when you bring it in, the tendency is that it will spread a bit. So you bring it back. Compacting ourselves, slimming and trimming ourselves. I'm going to put my hands back at my bum, and I'm going to give you fat burner number 3. But before that, I want to tell you that there is, of course, a package to September, but there is a special package that is just meant for us on the call. If you're on the call, you get this package. If you're not, you get the other package, which even if I say so myself, is quite cool. But if you're on the call, you get this other special package. Okay. Fat burner number 3. So let us say that we have a goal, and I'm keeping goal very nominal. I'm keeping goal as 2 kilos, 2 pounds, depending on where you are in the world. Okay. So what we're going to do is, and you're going to say this 10 times, you're going to say, so I'm saying kilos because that's applicable to us this side of the world. 2 kilos leaner. And you're going to say it 10 times. 2 kilos leaner. 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 Once you've said it, and by the way, we are sitting with our hands under our bum, or if that's not possible for you, like Nilu's injured her little finger, you can leave now, you can leave now, you can leave now, in Surya Mudra. In Surya Mudra, we want to give all the decrees. So Surya Mudra is working anyway. On top of that, we have like this double tutti frutti cassata ice cream. Surya Mudra is also working. Decrees are also working. We're like, wow, like, wow. This particular poster that you are seeing, this poster, if you can take a printout and put it up somewhere and gaze at it for a few minutes every day, like till you can't gaze at it anymore, even that will have magical results, because this is a subliminal poster. As you look at it, the message goes in deeper and deeper into the subconscious and into the unconscious. So for some of y'all, it may be a little difficult to keep looking at the poster. Even after you take a printout, you may have certain reactions. And that is the reaction coming from some emotional baggage saying it is not safe for me to be 2 kilos leaner. That's all it is. In September, we're going to be working through that baggage. We're going to be doing calls on letting go of this emotional baggage. And by the way, this particular emotional baggage, because all of us, no matter how much time we spend, we'll never, ever really be able to articulate all of it. So emotional baggage dissolved, 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 emotional baggage dissolved. Have some water, stand up, tell me, how are you feeling? Could you feel that particular area? You know, one of the areas that we all have to watch out for, especially if we are looking at this in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, is the waistline area. The waistline area tells us what's going on with the kidneys. And the kidneys are a very important organ for life force, for chi, for prana. When our kidneys are robust and vital and strong, by God, we can take on the world. We have a lot of confidence. When the kidney starts depleting, when we start giving into more and more fears, when fears start hijacking our mind, taking over our lives, the kidney in its fear, remember what I said about the spread, pufferfish, the waistline expands. In this work, you will start seeing a difference in your waistline as well. Has the sweat built up? When you stood up, did you feel 2 kilos lesser? Did you feel immediately like, yeah, I've shed some weight. Now I can feel my hips a little more deeper. Now I can feel the curvature of my body a little bit deeper. Now I can feel the V of my body a little bit more. How did it make you feel? Stay hydrated, my darlings.
So Dirga said head is heavier. Asha said sweat is built up. Dr. Radha says yawning a lot. Bum was tightening. Dress felt a little loose. Kadena says I feel lighter. Manisha says sweating, but not 2 kgs lighter. Asha says head is heavy, frontal region. And Manisha had also asked if hands are to be up or down. I'm not sure whether she was asking about whether the hands are supposed to be upwards or downwards.
However, by the way, you can do it lying down as well. So just
Right.
as you're about to go to sleep, especially if your hands are long enough to reach under your bum, and under the bum is the area where the bum meets the thigh. That's what I mean by under the bum. Because otherwise you'll be activating your gallbladder meridian instead of your bladder meridian. So you want to be in the place where the bum meets the thigh. So you want to comfortably just keep your hands there. You might find children doing this automatically as well, because it's great for autism, it's great for ADHD, it's great for focus and concentration, because focus and concentration is completely taken away by insecurity, anxiety, and fears. Okay. How did you feel, Amrish?
I'm feeling quite active.
Nice. Like, I want to do something, right? Like, let's get this call over with. I've got to go for a walk, or I got to do something in the kitchen, or I got to sing a song, or I got to dance to the latest tune. Like, you want to do something, right? So you know what you're going to do right now is you're going to sign up for September, and you're going to get your super special rate for just being on the calls. I'm going to give you that rate and that rate only right now. You're going to have a moon call. And by the way, all of these months so far, this entire year, I have done moon calls. I've done moon calls, at no charge at all. But in September, all moon calls are part of a package. They are not available otherwise. We're going to do moon call to de-weed emotional baggage. We're going to do the moon call to bring in fresh Louis Vuitton suitcases, because now we've let the emotional baggage go. Now we're going to bring in designer baggages. And we're going to have a separate call altogether where we will continue to take a look as to how far we've come in our journey. We'll understand fat a little bit better. And we will do 30 days of decrees and reminders. You will have one standard decree, which is the replace by safety and protection. This is a standard for every day. Along with that, you will get another decree, and because fat burner 1 and fat burner 2. So 2 kilos. Let us try this. Like somebody said, not 2 kilos lighter. Let us try 2 kilos lighter. 2 kilos or 2 pounds lighter. And Amrish, you can keep that screen on, is no problem. Just do it for yourself. 2 kilos lighter, 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 2 kilos lighter. So you will get fat burner 1 and fat burner 2, which you will do for 3, 4, max 5 days. And then we will change the fat burners. You have the standard, and then you'll have the changed fat burners. We will meet on the 17th, we'll meet on the 6th, and we will meet on the 21st. So this, where we will continue to work on our safety, and we will continue to bring down our emotional baggage. You are also going to get 2 bonus MP3s, 2 of which you've already had a sample of on this call, but you'll get it as 6 minutes and 5 minutes. So you can listen to it whenever you want. For those of you all picking up the package, you have another 3rd bonus MP3 that is not available outside on the replay. And perfect rate, usual price is 18,600 or US dollars, 255. It is available as a rule for 9,999, and yes, an 18,600 value package is the package that you have enjoyed for a month. It's available at 9,999, but on the call. Is available only for rupees 6,999 and USD 109. This offer ends with the end of this call.
And Nidhu, there's a bonus MP3 with this. There's a 3rd one.
No, the 3rd, yes, there's a 3rd one with this. Like people who can pick it up who will pick it up at 9,999 after the replay is over, do not get that particular MP3. Only you do. Very quickly, I also want to say some of y'all are also in September's work for Jupiter's decrees certification package, and all of this is part of that. This is if you are not doing the certification package, but would like to invest some time in working on your body. I also want to tell you, my darlings, that all of this is empowered and powered by Uranus retrograde. And Uranus retrograde is all about the new, is all about the getting out of comfort zone, is all about the, don't tell me about what happened 20 years back, tell me where we are going next. You know that energy you're having right now, where you want to get up and do something, that's Uranus. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. We do bhanga. Absolutely good. Correct. Where you want to get up and just move. You want to take action. You want to make things happen. Come along. We'll have a good time. You will have your own Telegram group. You will be in that group. If you're on Jupiter's Decrees certification, you will also be on the Jupiter's Decrees certification group. This particular group is a completely different group. For those of y'all thinking, you know what, I don't mind spending another 3,000 rupees later, I still want to see how this goes. For the next 3 days till the 1st of September, you will get a sample of how this works. You will get your 2 MP3s and you will get to know how you are getting these reminders on a daily basis. Having said that, commitment to your body, commitment to a new you, commitment to your perfect weight, commitment to working with you, understanding yourself, connecting with yourself on emotional days, being one with that emotional. There is a joy to that nothing else can capture. You know, when you're so connected to your body and when that life is coursing through you, like Mangala would have experienced that on a plank. You know, when you're running and you come into second breath, and second breath is something that all sports people know, where you're thinking you're going to end, you're going to stop, you're tiring, and the next thing you know, you can take it forward longer. Second breath comes very quickly when you are using the decrees. It energizes you, it empowers you, you feel more confident because there is another happiness, right? Like Radha knows this happiness, Aisling knows this happiness, Cassandra knows this happiness. The happiness of wearing clothes that are sizes smaller to what you were wearing, right? There's a joy to that, you know. Oh, this should be a little tight here, this should be a little tight. It's just pleasure. You feel like you won the lottery. You feel like there's nothing you can't take on. You want to step out more in the world. You want to put yourself out there more. You want to talk more about what you do. You want to share more about what you do. The joys of working with your body and your body's joys of you working with the body are unparalleled. Like everything else with the decrees, I will also say, my darlings, whatever you do, also keep a watch out for money. Money being gifts, compliments, refunds, treats, savings. Even if the work is focused on the money, is on the body, the money will also show up simultaneously because all of these are energies money enjoys. Feeling good about yourself, feeling confident about yourself, wanting to speak about yourself, wanting to put yourself out there, wanting to be more visible. Like, don't you want more people to see you when you're at that particular body? You want to go shopping, you want to pick up better stuff, you want to try out a new eyeliner. I'm trying to think of the male equivalent. You want to try out a new belt. You want to try out a 3-piece suit. Maybe you want to try out a new style of waistcoat. You want to be more and more visible. And what does money want? Money wants you to be more and more visible. The more active you feel, the more action you take. And what does money love?
Action.
Action! Lights and
Action Jackson.
absolutely. Money follows body because health is wealth, and wealth is health. Make an investment in yourself. If you're not already with me in September for Jupiter's decrees certification, come along for this. We'll have a good time, my darlings. We'll have fun. We'll explore what fat means. We'll be there for each other. We'll see what it is that shows up when we do the work around emotional baggage dissolved. And isn't that incredible, my darlings? You know, emotional baggage dissolved. So I was telling you about this person, his father's sentence.
Nidhu, just coming in very quickly, just to let everybody know that all your payment links are on the Zoom chat. And yeah, it's right there. So click on it because there's no group.
Click on it, click on it. Click on it, click on it. I'm giving everybody 2 minutes, so I'm not ending the call. Click on it.
In fact, Nidhu, you've been saying investment, an investment into your body. What needs to also, what definitely comes to mind is how much have we already spent on, I don't know, personal trainers, gym memberships, miracle pills, diet plans, apps, so much out there. How much have we already spent? I don't think I've majorly calculated it, but if I were to sit and think about it from previous times, lakhs must have been crossed. If you cumulatively put it, and this at 6,999, okay, is cheaper than a gym membership. It's way. Yeah, because you take a membership anyway. If personal trainer, now it's the time for personal trainers, right? With Zoom in it, a personal trainer will take anywhere from 10 to 50 to 20 to 25,000 a month for 8 maybe sessions. So one time 6,999, and you've already heard from everybody. I wanted to make sure that this bit also comes in, because if you're going to make a cost comparison, you definitely need to have this in mind.
Correct. My biggest expense in all of this has been the amount I eat. So thank you, God, for the decrees, and thank you, God, for putting up Mudra and Safety Energy Log 25. That's amazing. It's been amazing. I forgot what I was saying, but it doesn't.
Uncle, somebody's uncle. Some example.
Yeah. I was telling you about this person whose father said this.
Yeah. Grandfather. No, the CEO, right? Okay.
My driver's son does better than you. So we did one round of emotional baggage dissolved. Okay, he was feeling it in his heart. So he could see it disintegrate, the memory disintegrated. And then I said, but can you still hear it? And he said, yes, the audio is clear. So we just said it again. We just gave another round, and he could feel the words flying out of his head and out of his auric field. Like it just went. It's right on top there with the decree of the you can all leave now as a standard Saturn's decrees practice on a daily basis. Emotional baggage dissolved, I guarantee you, my darlings, it will make sure that you're not holding on to the past and allowing yourself this freedom and independence and the newness and the possibilities of another kind of future. In Reminiscence, Hugh Jackman's latest movie, he says something quite poignant about a few things about the past. And then he also says this line, and he says, the truth is, there is nothing more addictive than the past.
Oh my God.
And he says, what is the past? If we went to the past wouldn't recognize us. It's not the past that haunts us. It's us who haunt the past. And that's what emotional baggage is. We carry it because, one, we didn't know what else to do with it. We carry it because it also had very important messages of safety. We carry it because it has very important messages of how to be with, let us say, a dog. If you've ever been bitten by a dog, we're carrying that to make sure that we don't go close to the next dog And yet, at the same time, all of these emotional baggages are now just ways and excuses and valid reasons for us to be held back. Why shouldn't you have the perfect body? Why shouldn't you have a new you? Why shouldn't you be your healthiest and your wealthiest and your happiest? And why shouldn't you be all of that in the shortest time possible, which is what happens with the decrease? Fat burners in seconds, fat burning in seconds, fat cell shrinkage in seconds. My God, my darlings, come see what happens for you in a month's time. Please close your eyes, everybody.
Nidhu, a few questions about the offer and the packages also here. So please let me know when you're when you can bring them up. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kay is asking about the fat and skin under the chin. Will this package help?
Yes, very much so. At the same time, I must point out that it's not targeted. Maybe we will do that in level 3, but it is not targeted. Therefore, if every day you are only going to pay attention to one body part and not see what other shifts and changes are taking place elsewhere, you may not be very happy with the results. But as long as you allow the process to unfold for you, take it one day at a time, I have no doubt you will definitely see changes. I mean, Radha's face is cut right now.
True.
I mean, that's how lean she's become. It will happen, for sure. Keep at it. In this work, we do the rain dance till the rain comes. New body till new body.
Absolutely.
Ask the other questions.
Yeah, this is there about that, and there were a lot of responses from the decree. So if we have time, we can I can just mention a few of them. There is Dipali who said that there was a terrible pain in the left side of the waist. Yogesh had said was sweating. Dolores said felt icy cold. And
both of these are reactions. One is a reaction to being unsafe. That unsafeness was being pulled out. And the other is a deep fear of something. Some deep fear is being stored amongst the adipose tissues. And that was being released because fear makes us feel very cold. So does hatred, but after many, 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 many years of being ignored. But fear makes us feel cold. It gives us goose flesh. It makes our head feel a little spinny, a little dizzy. It makes us want to lie down. It can also make us feel a little weak in the legs. And that's just fear releasing.
And Sajid has said at that time, feel nauseous and burping. Yeah. And Rose has asked, what causes mucus? I don't know where the question's going, but she's just asked what causes mucus.
Yeah. Mucus is invariably a reaction to a food intolerance and an allergy, primarily to dairy or animal protein. And mucus formation is a function of the spleen, because the spleen is what empowers the stomach. So the stomach has fire to digest, but the stomach does not create the fire, the spleen does. So if the spleen is dealing with a lot of animal protein, it starts becoming a little mucousy, starts becoming a little phlegmatic. The lungs can also have it. Your windpipe can also have some amount of phlegm that takes place. And phlegmatic is when you have a fatalistic attitude towards life. That's just how it is. This is my karma. Nothing can be done about this. When you start having this fatalistic attitude, you start getting a little phlegmatic. That this is just how it is. Now I better just live with it. No point me complaining. The possibility that it could heal or be different does not happen with phlegmatic people.
Interesting. There was a comment much earlier, and I think I missed it, Nidhu, where somebody asked, I'm not sure, I think it was Dolores, who said that she has fat in other parts of the body, but her arms don't have any fat on them at all. So is it possible to, in a positive way, whatever I'm recollecting right now, in a positive way, to guide the fat from to the arms?
Oh, so cute, so cute. The body knows best. It will first go to the places where the maximum safety and protection is required, which is why standard decree. Rolls of fat replaced by safety and protection. Excess fat replaced by safety and protection. Extra fat replaced by safety and protection. Visceral fat replaced by safety and protection. This is standard for us.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. So the first place your body is going to start shifting a little bit is where the maximum amount of safety and protection was required. If you don't have it on your arms, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I have no doubt you'll feel it more in the belly. Do the decree while doing the Surya Mudra. Do walking while doing the Surya Mudra while doing the decree. Oh my God, Mamma Mia. It's like amazing. Like, what a workout.
And someone actually asked again, maybe it was Shah, because I saw it and I said, oh my God, I have to ask this at some point of time. So she wrote that I have to go for a wedding tomorrow or day after, I think. I have to go for a wedding or some social thing. Please give me a decree for me to be lighter by tomorrow. I want everybody complimenting me.
Why not? What if that does happen? Just go with this. 2 kilos lighter, 2 kilos leaner. Overweight, overweight replaced by safety and protection. Overweight replaced by beauty. Overweight replaced by compliments. Go for it.
And people have started paying. They've also messaged in. Nita's Sarah said, yay. Celia says, I am in. So excited. Love your courses. Rupal has said, I'm in. And one more person had. And Shruti's asked how to shift fatalistic attitude.
So a fatalistic attitude, the basic Saturn's decrees is you can leave now. If you know it's a fatalistic attitude, you just say, fatalistic, you can leave now. Fatalistic, you can leave now. In fatalism, quite a bit of apathy also starts showing up. So apathy, you can leave now. Not open to new possibilities, you can leave now. And of course, even if you don't identify it or identify the layers that make it up, you do the standard on a daily basis, which is you can all leave now, 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 you can all leave now. You can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now, you can all leave now. You can all leave now. They will start shifting in 3 days. I will mention here, my darlings, that for complete makeovers, the Jupiter's Decree certification course, and Amrish, maybe we'll just put a link to it in the replay email. It is amazing because Jupiter's Decree certification is all about emotional baggage, letting go of emotional baggage, letting go of childhood trauma, and awakening the divine parent within, which is like the ultimate end of emotional baggage. So I'm going to put it there as well. Take a look at it. Come, I think quite a few of you all, my darlings, are quite ready to let go of this emotional baggage once and for all, or at least know the tools that you can use to continue letting it go however long it takes, because manifestation discovery statement, every change takes place at the speed of safety. You must.
And Nidhu, Bianca, Nidhu, Amy, they've all posted saying they're in, they've already signed up. And of course, a reminder for everybody, Nidhu, that whoever's already taken the Jupiter's Decree certification course, this is a part of that. There was an amazing bonus that you had given.
The Jupiter's Decrees, people didn't know that you have these MP3s also coming, but you have these MP3s coming.
Right. And Rupal's also said, I've paid, I'm coming on, and there is, so that is it. Bianca, Nidhu. Nidhu, somebody's asked, I missed that call, and is it possible to register now? I missed that call, as in this call?
Jupiter's Decree certification, I will send it to the replay. I will send the replay if there are enough of y'all who have questions to ask, we'll even do another call. We'll just do a Q&A for Jupiter's Decrees certification, and you can even make up your mind then. Just hit response, hit reply. If you're on the group, if you're on a Telegram group, ping me directly, ping Amrish. Just let us know. If there are enough of you asking these questions, we'll do another call on Monday. So we'll do a call before the program starts. Jupiter's Decree certification begins on 2nd of September.
Right. And Nidhu, interestingly, Amy is asked, I thought Jupiter Decree registration was closed. Maybe apply this payment, or is it too late? So I'm guessing that Amy is asking, she's already paid for this. Can she adjust the amount and pay the balance?
Absolutely.
So and Amrish is also right here. So I'm just going to request Amrish to DM Amy, or,
Absolutely. Yeah. 24 hours from this call, not 20, little more than 24 hours till Sunday, we're opening it. And feel free to ask anything, my darlings. And if it's not clear, ask again. And remember, if there are enough questions and there are enough of y'all, we'll just do another call on Monday.
Right. Nidhu, Dolores is asked, is being on Telegram absolutely necessary to participate in this program? It's all via email.
It's all via email. So
all via email. All right. And Bianca says, oops, I have the Jupiter Decree certification help. Bianca, have you already paid? Is that why you're saying, you're asking for help? Just confirm that. And please don't worry, that will also be taken care of. Don't worry at all.
Yeah. If you've already part of it, all of this is already happening for you. You are in fact going to be doing it in so much more detail, because the emotional baggage of dissolved, it just brings up stuff. And some things need our love and our attention and our expression and the support of the village before it will be put to rest. It takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to raise anything. It definitely takes a village to be new and anew. So all of y'all, my darlings, welcome to the village. We are going to have a good time. We're going to party around the bonfire with our new bodies and our new clothes and our new talents and our new confidences and everything new as well. Yeah, absolutely.
And Nandini is asked, Nidhu, can my daughter, who is 7 years old, do these decrees? She's a bit overweight.
No, my darling. Because your child is a reflection of her environment and her parents. Please don't put the responsibility of healing on the child. She's only 7. Love her, accept her, don't add to her emotional baggage, and take care of yours. As a mother, as a single mother, as a mother who's had to live far away from her child, I have done so much work on myself and seen the results between my son and I, and my son's own life as well. If the mother takes care, don't worry. The child has no choice but to become healthier and wealthier and happier.
Right. And Bianca, yes, okay, we've seen your message. It is a double payment. We will get back to you. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
Noted it down also. And a lot of people are asking about the please DM Jupiter's Decree, the link.
Yeah,
Amrish has already posted. Thank you. That you will get the link with the call replay. If you have any further questions, mail them into nidhubkapoor@gmail.com. And if you want, just DM Amrish your personal email ID right now as well.
Correct. You can do that. You're also going to be getting an almost 2-hour long call that talks about the planets, about manifestation, what we're doing on Jupiter's Decree certification. Spend a little bit of time on it, my darlings. There are clearing decrees in there as well. In fact, we have money activations in there. It's good fun. You see what happens in 24 hours. See what happens in seconds and minutes. So who else is coming on? Who else? Who's in the village? Raise your hand. Awesome. Awesome. Who else is joining the village? How many people are we going to have in our village? How many people are going to spend time together under a full moon night with a bonfire and the smell of the smoke of incense, as well as the wildlife and the trees on a mountainside. How many of us? Oh, there you are. And Susan's in, and Gurpreet's in. Awesome. Awesome.
Hands are up. Lisa's with a hand up.
Fantastic. Who else is coming in? Come along, my darlings. We'll have a good time. And Alka is in. And Vinita is in. And Amy's in.
Vinita.
Come along, my darlings. Remember, the moment this call ends, the offer ends.
Which is okay.
Make the payments, but while you're making the payments, also very quickly travel to this multi-dimension with me. But Nilu, before that, you had something to say?
Yes, I was just going to ask Amrish for some help and ask him to get back to Anamika. Actually, you know what, Nidhu, I'm just asking. Okay. Yes, sorry about that moment of distraction. Amrish, I'm just asking Amrish for help with something here, and that's it.
Oh, sorry, Ma, so sorry. 3 participants have raised their hands. Would you just check with them, please?
I think this is about, are they wanting to ask something? I think this is for participation. Okay, Amy, I've sent you a message to unmute. If there's a question you want to ask, there she is. Hi, Amy.
Hi, everyone. I was just raising my hand to say that I was in.
Awesome. This is the best hand raise ever. Fantastic. Fantastic.
So sorry.
I'm going to take it for granted that that's what the other 2 are doing as well. All right, my darlings. You remember I mentioned the weight as protection. And so what ends up happening for us is this fat suit. So I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to see the fat suit as a suit with a zipper. And the zipper is in front. And I just want you to unzip this fat suit. And I want you to step out. Perfect weight, new body, awesome skin, gorgeous, handsome, radiant, stunning hair, healthy, wealthy, loved, wise, happy. I want you to see this particular fat suit that you have come out of. If there is a cord from this fat suit coming into your body, wherever this cord is coming in, just pull it out or just move out of the cord. Put the cord into the fat suit. Bundle up the fat suit, zip it up again. And that same cosmic divine wind that took away your baggage, that took away your brown paper bag, that now carries off this particular fat suit towards the sun with a lot of love, with a lot of gratitude, and with deep respect for what it has contributed into your life. You are safe, you are protected, you are always blessed. Big love, big hug. Namaste from India.